Testing the system is something we're doing consistently. Data is useless if it's not accurate, and it's something we're hyper-focused on. Earlier this month, we headed over to the Newport Velodrome to conduct some testing, and for the first time, we attained live drag force data from the rider in field. This meant we could see the data being displayed on our laptop in real time, lap by lap. A lot of the frustration with aero testing is the amount of time it takes to view and process the data. Direct force drag measurement solves some of the fundamental issues underlying that. Comparing data between sessions is easier as changes to tire pressure or simple things like drivetrain wear or selecting a different gear don't affect our readings. Recently, we've put a lot of work into automating the process to make that even easier. At Newport, we were testing the live lap updates feature. This lets a coach on the infield see CDA measurements for laps in real time, letting them make better decisions about when a rider's CDA has settled and they have enough data to call the rider in. Normally, you'd just send a rider out for some standard test length, say 10 laps, and then if the data's bad for whatever reason, you'd throw that away and have to redo the test if you had time. Now a coach can keep a rider out there until they have confidence the run has enough good data, or even pull the rider in if something's unstable and they just want to kill the test early. The rider in this test should stay out for a few more laps as they're clearly still settling into their position. That's just a starting point though. If you've been following us for a while, we showed some plots from our September demo to the team at BMC. One of those plots was a rider deliberately trying to mess up the system, pulling and pushing on the aero bars pretty wildly. We were able to immediately see that in the data and call him out on it. That was an extreme example and worth a good laugh at the time, but let me show you how that kind of data would be used in real life. Here's another rider who's been put into a new position we asked him to test in, as you do during a test session. He's struggling to get comfortable in the position and continues to slide forward on the saddle throughout the whole test. With any other system, the rider would come in after their 10 laps and we'd all assume that what we'd measured is the correct aerodynamic number for that position. But it's not. The rider's still moving their body around, and what you've just tested isn't representative of their true aerodynamics once they're settled. This is in our post-analysis dashboards, and we can look at that and send the rider back out to get comfortable in that position before we retake a test run. In the future, we'll look to integrate that into our live testing feedback so a coach can simply keep the rider out there until they've settled and had enough good laps in their position, saving even more time and preventing testers from making decisions off of bad data that might look good but isn't a true picture of that position.